The red corner for Labour, Chris Oxlade. For now, Labour voters in the South East have been voting tactically for years, for the Lib Dems in Sussex and for UKIP in parts of Kent.
Well, the thing is, I mean, people will vote who they want to be in Parliament, who's going to be running the country.
And there's not much point voting Labour in many parts of the South East.
There's always a point to vote Labour. We see it right across West Sussex in the county council elections, where Labour grew from 2 seats to 6 seats, and those, be taking councils back right across the South East as well, and South London. So, just saying to vote tactically is a little bit weak.
OK, we'll be coming back to the SNP and Labour and the implications for the South East.
Chris Oxlade, Labour needs to win seats back in the South East more than ever now that you're facing wipeout in Scotland. What exactly are you offering voters here? In your manifesto, you talked about cancelling improvements on the A27 in Sussex and a mansion tax in an area which has some of the highest house prices in the country. How's that going to win back voters?
Central to our manifesto is the budget responsibility lock that shows how the deficit's going to go down over the next few years in Parliament. And also, every single one of our manifesto policies is absolutely covered by how it's going to be paid for, whether or not it's cancelling free schools.
In particular, high house prices, desperate need for road improvements. You're not actually offering anything to southern voters. You're diverted by the Scotland problem, aren't you?
I totally disagree with that. I mean, we've been fighting, myself and all my colleagues across the South East, day in, day out for years, not just the last few months out on doorsteps, and listening to the big worries, from childcare to school places being absolutely eliminated in some parts of West Sussex, for instance, or class sizes, 450% rise in class sizes for children over 30 in the last since 2010.
The trouble is, though, as I said, Scotland's becoming a really defining feature of this campaign, especially after the opposition leaders' debate on Thursday. There's more talk than ever this morning of a power-sharing deal of some kind between Ed Miliband and the SNP. The trouble is, voters in the South East who might even be contemplating voting Labour, and you desperately need them to, are going to be totally turned off. What on earth is in it for them to vote for Labour when you're going to do a deal with Scotland?
I've been out on the doorstep for years now. It feels like a lot longer. But the Scotland issue doesn't come up with the SNP on the doorstep.
It might now.
I can promise you it hasn't. While I'm out door knocking, it's people are voting for the policies that they want to see, and hopefully help their working families to have a better life in the next few years.
Seconds, Chris. You're not talking to those voters who are concerned about immigration, are you?
Some people are concerned with immigration, but you've heard here, you've heard net migration figures from the Tories. It's been a disaster.
That's it. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. Thanks to Damien Collins, Chris Oxlade and Mark Reckless. Now we're going to hand you back to Andrew next week. We'll have more from other parties in the South East.